team from the playoff a year ago, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Buckeyes will boot it away to start the game. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, and he was close to taking that one a long ways down at the 38. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Leaves it with the running back. They start the afternoon with a run, and it goes nowhere.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Keep it on the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Makes the catch and steps out of bounds, but short of the first down mark. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
I think you're seeing the chemistry between these two guys on that last play, right? Quarterback's on the move. He's got to find his big fella. He does a great job of finding the soft spot in the defense and settling down. He was a stationary target for his quarterback on the move, and that really helped him pick up that first.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical. They stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get those running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Buys a little extra time. There he goes. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his speed as he moves those sticks.
You could tell he saw that grass open up, and he was not handing that football off. He was taking it himself. His eyes got enormous, chewed up a big play. Nice big chunk play for this offense.
Runs through the tackle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Six-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. Here's the handoff. Finds a little space. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Baylor!
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. He'll bring it out. It's Adams. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Leaves it with the back. He's an open open space downfield. Breaks away on the left. Inside the touchdown, Ohio State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him corralled, but not before he gets that return out to the 35. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. Oh, he's got some space. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Bears! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. The Buckeyes want to move quickly.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Lets it fly. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Trying to take it back. The 20. Touchdown, Baylor! The defense putting points on the board.
How oftentimes can you say that there is a safety who is the most dangerous guy on the field with the ball in his hands? Did you see that guy and his ability in the open field once he picked it off? There was nobody on offense even coming close to getting that guy down. What an athlete.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Quickly trailing by 2 touchdowns, down 21-7, and really important to get something out of this drive. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Unleashes one. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Buckeyes will punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Almost everything has gone their way so far, up 21-7, and they have it back. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. And this crowd loves a good pass rusher in the line of Chase Young, DeBosa's, Jim still wagging. The Buckeyes can get after the quarterback.
Yeah, and when the crowd's going nuts like it does in the shoe, it just makes it easier to rush the pass. So the snap count is silent, it's predictable, and then you pin your ears back, and that's why they've had so many great pass rushers at Ohio State.
They're going to keep feeding this guy the football, guys. Over 100 yards rushing with that last carry now. We knew coming into this game today, they had to get the running game going. They had to be able to turn around, hand it off, and get positive yards and set themselves up into manageable third down situations. And we've seen them at any area of the field so far in this one have success in the running game. They'll keep that up until this defense proves they can stop it.
And the Bears line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Punt is in the air. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. That is coverage just the way you draw it up. Don't even let him get started, and they knock him down deep in his own end. First order of business, get out of this hole as the drive starts at their own 7-yard line. Power football with the run. Picks up the first down. He's loose down the middle. The 40. The 20. 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives them the ball at the 29-yard line.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Got room to work. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Making side adjustments here. Second down, he'll throw it. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot, the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. Now, I'm not going to argue if this production keeps up as we start the second. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wide out. Complete to the right. Breaks into the open. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. This noise, this crowd, and you can feel the jolt of energy going through the Buckeyes.
Well, everybody loves 5-yard runs, Reese, but come on, let's get real. When you're chucking the ball.
He got it. They will score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing, to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, and he was close to taking that one a long ways down at the 38. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Out of the backfield, he's open. And he's brought down after a nice gain. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? They'll go to the ground. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
Motion from the wideout. Quick completion to the right. Fights off a defender. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Backed up now, here's second and long. Wants to go up top. Still looking, on the move. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. They bring him down, and that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Shoots it to the left. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. They're dealing with a second and long. The give to the left. They stop him cold. Maybe gets a yard to the 34.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
Fires on the move. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. The defense made a play with that interception to set them up. Now to see if they can cash it in. They'll give it to the back. They knock him down inside the 30 at the 29. It's a pickup of 6.
Really nice play call by the offense, too. Obviously, your quarterback's thrown picks on his last two drives, so you have to settle him down. And the best way to settle down a quarterback is to get the running game going. Put it on the big fellas up front. Put it on your backs. That's a really nice run, and that should help settle the QB down a bit.
The Bears with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. With jet sweep pass. Turning it on. Headed to the end zone. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown Bears!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll bring it out. It's Adams. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. The give on the inside. Got the first down. Looking for more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This guy is having a truly special day, calling to mind the afternoon that Trace Sermon or Eddie George had, putting up huge numbers.
I mean, that's incredible. Just when you play and you put on that uniform and you know the guys that wore it before you and wore it so well, and you get your name mentioned in those L's and those history books, man, it's a good day.
Back to pass on second down. Forced out of the pocket. He's going to run it. Still on his feet at the 40. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. And the Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, running back gets to give. Got the 1st down and more. Wide open spaces. He's at touchdown Buckeyes. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Snap it to the back. Look out, he's got room. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. At midfield, he's got room. He's loose. The 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Fires to the big fella. Corralled and brought down by the defense. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Handoff from the gun. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. He goes down after the short return. return, but what a play to get the football back. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find.
Caught at the 25. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Quickly complete. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. And they knock him down in the backfield. Outstanding play by the defense. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. It's good. He's going to hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. The short hands, it's Conrad. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
That's exactly what you're trying to get accomplished. You got to make sure on all these runs, clock running out, get out of bounds, right? Get some positive yards, and then stop that clock.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Trying to escape and get it himself. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. Guys, that field goal could loom large. Missing an opportunity to get within a touchdown. We're still sitting on a 10-point game. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Bears will line up to kick off and start the second half. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. As they get ready to start this third quarter, think how big the lead might be if they'd taken care of the ball.
Well, the game might be over, Reese, but if you're on defense right now, you've gotten a couple turnovers early, and you're saying, okay, we're going to need to keep this up. We got to stay aggressive for us to have a chance to win this game, but we believe we can do it.
Yeah, you've already done it, so of course you're going to believe it. Keep playing fast, keep playing physical, and then tell your offense, hey, we need a little help over here. Can you help us out and put some points on the board?
No doubt, offense wants to keep running the football to win this game, but I'm wondering if they're starting to go to the well too often. They got to start showing some new wrinkles here in the second half.
Looking for room at the 40. He's loose on the right. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. The Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. They'll go with a direct snap. Fighting off the defender. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He's finally dragged down. The water return as he takes it out to the 46. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now. There he goes. Touchdown, Baylor! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. The run from the shotgun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Quarterback making checks. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Makes the grab. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
And the Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Complete on 3rd down. He's right there to stop him, but the quick throw and catch enough to give them the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
In defense, you have to have great eyes. You have to have good vision on the quarterback to be able to see it. You can tell he's throwing the football right now. Watch the defense react, come up, get the wide receiver on the ground. He goes nowhere.
Pressure, and down he goes at the 33. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. Off the RPO, complete. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for a gap. It's Adams. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Still on his feet at the 45. He's into the open down the middle. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He'll go out of bounds at the 32-yard line, and that is how he is making his mark as a return man. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. Gets it past the marker. Touchdown, Bears! He got a step and just dusted the field. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll leave it with him. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Finds his man. It's Adams. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Well, one thing you got to say about this guy is he's very, very poised. He knew he had that defender bearing down on him. He got hit right as he threw it. Still, though, it didn't affect his accuracy. Nice job getting that completion.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on 4th down. He's got it, and more than enough for a first down. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you, and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. So first down will open up the final period. Just keep slinging it. Get it out to the supersonic guy. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
That receiver is going to think twice about running that same route again as this game goes on because he just got lit up. I'm not even sure how he held on to that ball.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking for room. It's Adams. Pass mistakes, and he may get more. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
And that's the challenge for this defense, man. It starts to get later in the ballgame. That clock is not your friend. You're losing the football game. They got to meet the physical challenge of this run game.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Throws to the wideout. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now.
Let's go. Talk about having one foot in the grave. This was almost over. They're up by 2 possessions in the 4th quarter, and they got the football. Thank goodness they're choosing to throw the football, not run the clock. Man, we needed that pick. Now it's the offense's turn to go out and make something happen.
Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best. Oh, he's got some space. The 30. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Baylor! When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Stanford is just getting tuned up today. This is like watching an MMA fight where you start to question your own morals. Who sanctioned this bout? They're trailing by 24 to Mississippi State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The give from the gun. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the gun, the ground game. Across the 30, out to the 33, and gains 4 on the play.
And I tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
To salvage this bump, breaks into the open. Touchdown Bears! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
This is an impressive run by this squad, man. Getting down big and everything looking bleak, but to be able to believe in themselves, to play one play at a time, dig their way back. Palmer, they come all the way back against a good team, and now they got the lead.
It's really been impressive, David. I think that was the question coming into this game. People wanted to know, are they for real, or are they just a bunch of front runners? They got down early, but they never quit. Their playmakers have stepped up. They've done what is necessary, and they've executed at a high level. And all of a sudden, down multiple touchdowns, here they are making a statement with the lead.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
The Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on first down. On the run, fires downfield. Working on the right. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
He's got him still on his feet. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
Yeah, and a nice job in the fourth quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You can tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
And he knocks it through, and the lead is a field goal here in the fourth quarter. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Gets it all the way out to the 33 before he stopped. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. This is a game of swings and momentum, and a great opportunity here after scoring on the last drive, getting a stop, and now you have the football back.
They're playing well right now in all three phases, and they're complementing each other. So now, David, it's up to the offense here. It's up to this quarterback to lead this offense down the field to get a score.
Yeah, and to stay aggressive, to understand we've had success, we got this going the right way. Now I don't need to change anything. Go back to your go-to plays. That's now got you some momentum back in your favor.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive.
And you will always remember your first. And how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this game.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. And they come out with a field goal lead. Defense just got to stop now to capitalize, David.
Yeah, keep the momentum going, right? Defense did a great job. They held serve, got you the football back, Jesse. Let's go get some points.
And I'm curious to see how they're going to do this. Are they going to be aggressive after the defense got the stop and take a shot, or are they going to try to be more conservative here and bleed the clock?
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Shakes off the defender. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Now they'll run it to the right here. They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And he had just enough to will that one home. And now it'll take a touchdown to at least tie them a 6-point lead here in the 4th. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, and he was close to taking that one a long ways down at the 38. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got his man on the outside. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. To the air on 2nd down. Gets it out fast. Turning it on. Touchdown, Baylor! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
Man, that drive right there is exactly what you dream about. That's how you want your offense to perform. Under a clutch situation, you take the ball down the field, get the score, and now an extra point away from taking the lead late in this ball game.
And that extra point was good, and now they have the lead in the 4th. And that one ought to help us build the drama down the stretch. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback may change this route. Skips away from pressure. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, it's the 4th quarter, and you got to be so careful as a quarterback when you're throwing it over the middle of the field right now because these windows are really small. He's very lucky that last one was not picked off.
He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Throws to the wideout. He makes the catch. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pulls it in. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Timeout called by the offense. 24 seconds left on the clock. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
Here's a heat. He's got it. And wisely gets out of bounds to stop the quarterback. They got the first down, now in plus territory and a chance to save themselves. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. Fourth quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the first down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
You know, when you're handing off to your fullback, oftentimes these guys need some space to work so they can build up a head of steam and get the speed going, but that guy didn't have anywhere to go on that one.
They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And this field goal attempt might be their chance to save themselves. The holder will mark his spot at the 34. A 44-yard attempt, almost certainly for the game. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.